They said, "Humans only kill what they don't understand." I believed them. The wind on the Carthage didn't howl. It screamed. It tore through the frozen peaks like something alive and enraged, throwing sheets of ice against the cliffs and burying everything beneath a suffocating white silence. Nothing survived these heights willingly. No animal, no machine, and certainly no creature born beneath the twin moons of a dying world. But Zyle had not come here willingly. She had been thrown here. Her body hit the snow slope hard, tumbling twice before her bound wrists caught on an exposed rock and stopped her fall. The glowing energy shackles around her wrists pulsed faintly, remnants of the mercenary trap that had captured her 3 days ago. She could still hear their laughter as they stripped her weapons, still feel the cold disgust in their eyes when they realized what she was. Not human. Dispose of her. The mercenaries were gone now, dead, probably victims of the same storm that had swallowed this mountain whole. But they had left her here to finish what they started. Zyle pressed her palms into the snow and tried to push herself upright. Her arms gave out immediately. She collapsed forward, her cheek against the frozen ground, gasping. "This is where I die," she thought. Asterisk on a human world, alone in the cold. Asterisk, it was almost poetic. Her people, the Valith, had spent generations warning their young about humanity. Dangerous, territorial, violent. They shoot first. They ask questions of corpses. She had grown up on those stories, had believed every word, had built her entire understanding of the galaxy around that single crystalline truth. She closed her eyes, waited. Then she heard boots crunching in the snow. Slow, deliberate, coming closer. Zyle forced her eyes open. Through the curtain of her green-silver hair, she could make out a shape descending the ridge. Tall, broad-shouldered, dressed in dark, weathered gear. Human, male. He stopped a few feet away and crouched slightly, studying her the way a person studies something they've never seen before and aren't sure they're seeing now. She snarled. It was the only weapon she had left. "Stay back," she rasped in broken standard. I will fight you." The man didn't move. He tilted his head, his eyes scanning the glowing shackles on her wrists, the bruising across her ribs, the thin armor she wore that was never designed for temperatures like this. His jaw tightened slightly, not with hunger, not with cruelty, with something that looked disturbingly like anger on her behalf. "Those shackles," he said quietly. "Mercenary tech. Karth Syndicate." She blinked. "You know them. I hunt them." He reached slowly into his jacket. She tensed, every muscle screaming. He pulled out a small, flat tool. "I'm going to cut those off you. Don't move. Don't come near me," she warned, her voice cracking. "Humans kill. Always. I'm not going to kill you." He said it simply. No performance. No reassurance wrapped in false warmth. Just a fact. Delivered plainly, the way you tell someone the weather. He moved forward slowly, giving her time to react, and knelt in the snow beside her. She flinched when his hand reached for her wrist. He paused, waited. Then, when she didn't pull away, he carefully pressed the tool against the energy shackle's lock mechanism. A soft crack of released current. The shackle fell away. He moved to the second one, then the ones at her ankles. Zyle sat in the snow, free, staring at her own hands like she didn't recognize them. "Can you stand?" he asked. "Aye." She tried. Her legs folded. He caught her before she hit the ground, one arm around her back, steady and sure, pulling her upright without hesitation, without comment. She waited for the cruelty, the condition, the price. It didn't come. "My shelter is 200 meters northeast," he said. "There's heat, food, and a medkit. After that, you tell me where you need to go, and I'll get you there." He paused. "My name is David." Zyle stared at his face. She was looking for the lie, the calculation, the predator behind the mask. She found none of it. "Zyle," she said finally, her voice barely above a whisper. "My name is Zyle." He nodded once, as if that settled something, and adjusted his grip so she could lean her weight against him without it hurting. They began moving through the snow together. The human and the alien. Impossible and improbable. And absolutely real. She had been ready to die on this mountain. She had accepted it with the cold logic of someone who believed the universe had already decided. But the universe, it turned out, had other plans. And they walked on warm feet. As the wind died around them, as if the mountain itself had decided to stand down, Zyle felt something she hadn't felt since her ship went down over this cold, strange world. She felt safe. Not because the danger was gone. Not because she was healed or free or home. But because the hand holding her upright was steady. Because the man beside her asked nothing in return. Because sometimes the stories your people tell you about the universe are wrong. And the moment you discover that is the most terrifying, beautiful moment of your life. She had braced for death at human hands. Instead, she found something she had no word for in her language. In his, they called it kindness. And on the Karth Ridge, in the screaming wind and the white silence, it was enough to save a world. She had braced for the kill. She had rehearsed her own death 100 times in the 3 seconds between hearing his boots and feeling his shadow fall across her. But David did not raise a weapon. He did not speak with cruelty. He simply knelt beside her in the freezing snow, as if kneeling beside broken things was something he did every day, as if she was worth the cold soaking through his knees. Zyle felt his arms circle her back, steady and unhurried, and something inside her that had been clenched like a fist since the moment of her capture slowly, painfully began to release. She did not cry. Her people did not cry. But her breath came out in a long, shaking exhale that said everything her silence could not. The mountain howled above them. The blizzard did not care. But here, in the small, warm circle of one human's quiet decision to choose gentleness over fear, the cold felt survivable for the first time. She looked at his face one final time, searching, always searching, and found nothing but steadiness looking back. "You're safe now," David said softly. 3 words. Simple, undecorated. And Zyle, warrior of a dying world, believed every single one.